related rather than, even though it doesn't look like it, it's this question's asking this. Okay, let's say your pancake mix calls for 2 cups of mix and then 4 cups of water, something like that, or maybe I got it backwards. 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, right? And so, not that you're going to run out, but let's say you want to use filtered water. So let's say you have 100 pounds of pancake mix and a gallon of water. How many pancakes can you make with 100 pounds of pancake mix and a gallon of water? Well, you're going to go, well, do you have enough pancake mix? Do you have enough water? Is 1 gallon of water enough for 100 pounds of pancake mix, you think? And then you got to start thinking about that. Or as our book does it, our book thinks in terms of how many bicycles can you make? I have 3 tires and 50 frames. If I have 3 tires and 50 frames, how many bicycles can you make? 1, right? 1, why? Because you don't have enough tires. And so that type of problem is called limiting reagent. Whenever you're given 2, and I gave you 2, I gave you the methane and the air. Whenever we're given 2 ingredients, then we got to think, do we have enough of each ingredient to make it? This is like if you're going to make a cake or something, you got to make sure you have enough of each ingredient. If you don't have enough, you go to the store and buy some more. But here we can't go to the store and buy some more. We're stuck with what we have. And so we got to ask ourselves, do we have just the right amount? Just the right amount is called stoichiometric. Do you have stoichiometric amounts, just the right amount to make this recipe? If so, perfect, you know. If not, then we have a problem. We have one of these is going to be too little and the other is going to be too much. The one that's going to be too little we call the limiting reagent. The one that's too much is called the excess reagent. And so which one is, I can't tell just by looking at it. And so what you have to do is you calculate this. Let me tell you. What we do is we ignore one of these. And so I'll completely ignore the air and say, how many pancakes can I make from this? Okay. And then what we do is we completely ignore the methane and say, how many pancakes can I make from this? And so if I gave you 100 pounds of flour, pancake mix, and 1 gallon of water, well, how many pancakes can I make from 100 pounds of flour first? And then I go, well, how many pancakes can I make from 1 gallon of water? And then compare the two. And see which one comes out to be the smaller number. 1 gallon of water is 8 pounds, right? And so let's say from the 8 pounds of water, I can make 10 pounds of pancake. From the 100 pounds of flour, I can make 150 pancakes. Am I going to be able to make 150 pancakes? No, I don't have enough water. So this is what we call a limiting reagent problem. One of these is going to be a limiting reagent. Can you figure out which one? Figure out which one of these makes more CO2, which one makes less CO2, because the amount of CO2 I can make depends on the ingredients I have, and if one of these cuts out early, then I'm not going to be able to make as many as I think I can make.